Namaste, everybody. I am Kim Michelle, and we are having Wednesday night wind down. And it's going to be a restorative practice today, so let's get on our mats and come down to the ground. The first pose is going to be supported fish, so you can either do that with a bolster or pillow or 2 blocks. If you're using the bolster or the pillow, you bring that edge next to the base of your spine and then gently recline. So your chest is open. You can have the legs opening to each corner of the mat, or you can come to butterfly pose. And if you have your blocks, you can put 2 blocks behind your back. One will come at the base, bottom of your shoulder blades, and the other will come to the base of your skull. And if you're using the blocks, this should feel good. If it doesn't, you'd like to reorganize them. So if you have less flexibility, put the top block vertically. If you have lots of flexibility, both blocks can be horizontal. And the legs can come to the corners of each mat or in butterfly. And when we're lying down like this, it's kind of hard to put the hands on the belly. So just let the arms come to lie next to your body. Inhale. And let the belly expand. Exhale, let the belly fall. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. Inhaling, coming into this present moment. Exhaling, focusing on your breath. Think about that air coming in and out of the nostrils. You don't have to manipulate your breath, just notice it. Now, if you're on those blocks, sit up for a second and move the blocks out of the way. If you have a pillow, move the pillows out of the way. And feel what how the back feels now. Maybe that chest is open. Step the feet up and let the knees open wide. This is supine butterfly. Letting the inner thighs open up. The groin area is getting loosened up here. We're opening up the hip joints. They say the hips and the heart are connected. Sometimes if you do a lot of hip openers, you'll feel some emotions in your heart. I've seen people cry sometimes. Now take the hands and close the knees like it's a book. And now let's bring those knees in, have the hands wrapped around the shin. Giving the legs a good squeeze. This is called wind relieving pose. It's good for the digestive system. And make sure the base of your spine is still on the ground. Sometimes people rock up. We don't want to rock up. We want a long line from the base of the spine coming up through the back, out of the crown of the head. Continuing that slow, intentional breath, not forced, still natural breath. Just be aware of it. Now let those knees fall over to the right. This is a supine twist. Maybe have the right hand on the top of the left thigh and the left hand extend out to a T, and maybe look back at that left hand. Continuing to breathe. You can breathe in and out through the nose. Pay attention to the nostrils. Don't force it, just notice it. Now let's bring those knees up to the center and let them fall over to the left side of the mat. Place the left hand on the top of the right thigh. Open up the right hand. And maybe look back over at that right thumb. Ginger. Bring those legs back to the center and make the feet the width of the mat. We'll alternately drop the knees. When the knees fall to the left, look to the right. Inhale the knees up. Exhale the knees over to the right and look to the left. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now extend the legs down the length of the mat. And we're going to roll all the way over to our belly. So now let's take the left leg and bring the thigh parallel to the body. This is a half frog. The right ear, the left leg is up. The The right ear is on the mat. And we're gonna breathe in this pose for a few breath cycles. Lengthen the left leg. And now bend the right leg. So the right thigh is perpendicular to the body. And this time bring the left ear to the mat. Now lengthen the right leg. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push into the hands and come back to child's pose. We're going to have a wide, put our knees to the width of the mat. So it's a wide knee child. And now we can grab our pillow and nestle the pillow in between the legs. And bring the belly down on your pillow or bolster. Supported child's pose. Now this pose is a very nice restorative pose. You can do this if you prefer to do this instead of another pose I may offer tonight. You may do this anytime I offer a pose in any practice. It's a really good place to catch your breath, or sometimes it's just preferable than to some of the others. Alrighty, let's come up to our hands and knees. And the knees are going to be directly under the hips, and the hands are directly underneath the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the hips up, arch the back, bring the chest between the shoulders and look at the top of your mat. Exhale, round the hips, round the belly, chin to chest. Inhale, start with the hips, the back, the chest, the long neck. Exhale, starting with the hips, rounding the back, the upper back, the shoulders, the chin. And so you got the back movement. Now I want to teach you two more movements that we're going to do on this pose. There's the movement of you think your hands are stationary, but think about pulling the hands in the same direction as the knees. So pull them closer so we're almost moving our mat. So pull them close and relax. Pull the hands close to the knees and relax. And now let's push the hands toward the top of the mat and the knees toward the bottom. So we're pushing them away from each other. Relax. Inhale, pull them close. Exhale, push hands and knees apart. Inhale, pull them close. Exhale, push hands and knees away. So that's what we're gonna do when we do our cat-cow. So on the cow, we're pulling them close and we're inhaling. Exhaling, we're pushing the hands away from the knees and we're exhaling, rounding the back. Inhaling, pulling the hands close to the knees. Exhale, pushing the knees and the hands away from each other. Inhale. Exhale. All right, so now there's yet one more movement for this cat-cow. And that is, we're gonna look at the eyes of the elbows. And they're going to, so if our hands are directly underneath our shoulders, we are going to internally rotate them so the eyes are almost facing forward. And then we can bring them around so the eyes are facing backwards. So the inhale, the eyes, the elbows are facing forward. Exhale, we're rounding the elbows so the eyes are facing backwards. Inhale, cow. The insides, the elbows forward. Exhale, round the back, rotate the elbows. So now let's put it all together. Inhale, hips up, squeeze the hands toward the knees, eyes, the elbows are rotating forward. Exhale, round the back, push the hands away from the knees, round the elbows backwards. Inhale, arch the back, pull the hands toward the knees, rotate the elbows forward. Exhale, eyes the elbows backwards, round the back, chin to chest. Push the hands from the knees. So now do this movement on your own breath. And try to remember all those things I just told you. Alrighty, let's come back. So now we're going to come back to child's pose, and the knees are going to be close to each other. And maybe you have your head on a block, and the hands are going to come beside you. We're feeling it a lot more now in this upper back that we just opened doing our cat-cow. Remembering to breathe. We're opening up our upper back and the back of the shoulder blades. All right, let's come back to our tabletop. And so we're going to bring the right hand under the chest, and the left hand, we're going to start with it being like a little bird arm. So the fingertips are going to touch the ear, and the left arm is bent. Maybe you tuck your toes for stability. And we inhale and open up. Exhale, arm parallel to the ground. Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. Bring that left hand down. Put the hand in front of the chest and bring the right hand to the right ear. Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. Inhale, open. Exhale, parallel. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring that hand down. All right, so now let's extend the left leg. And we'll push back in that heel, opening up the back of the calf, stretching out the Achilles. Inhale, lean forward, stretch out the toes, all of the toes. So look back down and make sure all of those little toes, even the baby toe, is getting a good stretch. Exhale back, stretching the calf. Inhale forward on your own breath. Exhale back on your own breath for a few breath cycles. Alrighty, I'm gonna come to my fist. This is called wrist for fist. It's like we're punching, but they're straight underneath our shoulders. This makes our sometimes the hands get, the wrist gets sore when you're on your hands and knees a long time. So the left leg is still extended. You're gonna cross it over the right, and you're gonna look back at that left leg, looking over the right shoulder. Nice stretch here. Now uncross the leg and bring it around to the side. So the knee, the right knee and the left leg are in line. They're on the same vertical line. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhaling over the extended leg. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the right hand down to the mat, reaching up and over. Inhaling up. Exhale over the extended leg. Inhaling up. Exhaling the right hand down, reaching up and over. Inhaling up. Now bring the hands down to the mat. And we're going to come back to our tabletop. We're going to extend the right leg this time. Reach back, reach the heel back, opening up the right calf. Inhaling forward, stretching out the toes. Exhaling, stretching out the calf. Inhaling, exhaling, forward and backwards on your personal breath. Now take that right foot, cross it over the left, and look backwards over the left shoulder. Now bring the knee back in, and we're going to extend that right leg so the right foot and the left knee are in the same line. Inhaling the arms up and over the head. Exhaling the hand over the extended leg. Inhaling the hands up overhead. Exhaling the left hand down. Reaching up and more. Inhaling up. Exhaling over the extended leg. Inhaling up. Exhaling the left hand down. Inhaling up. Exhaling the hands down in front of you. Bring the knees in. We are going to meet in easy seat. We're gonna loosen up these hands. We did a little bit of pressure, so we're gonna inhale and reach the hands out. Inhale and open the hands. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Do this like 10 times. Alrighty, now we're going to take the thumb and touch the index finger and then the middle finger and the ring and the pinky. And back and forth, just tap it 2 times and go to the next finger. Alrighty, now let's bring the hands in and clasp them together. And we're going to draw a figure 8 on its side. The infinity symbol. Infinite love and breathing. Love this infinity. Putting up the wrist. Now try to go backwards. Backwards is hard for me. Alrighty. That's good for the hands. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the right foot and bring it over the knee. This is called half log. And instead of bending forward, we're just going to interlace our hands in the toes. And we're just going to open the fascia of the foot back and forth. So we'll pull the toes toward us and push them away. And maybe all the fingers can go in between all the toes. Maybe it's just a few. But our goal right now is to open up the bottom of the fascia above the foot. And now let's rotate the foot one way. We'll do it 5 circles, 5 rotations. Then come back around the other way. Now let's uncross the feet and bring the left foot on top of the right knee. Log pose the other way. Thread the fingers through the toes and push those toes toward the shin. And now pull them away. Go back and forth. Now let's rotate the ankle around. One way 5 times. Now the other way. Alrighty, foot is nice and loosened up. So now let's extend those feet in front of us. Let the feet come as close as they can. The goal is to try to have the inner thighs touching. Inhale the hands overhead and looking at the hands, exhaling forward till the belly comes to rest on the thighs. We're still looking at those fingertips till you can't come down any further. Then bring the hands down to the shins. Let the chin rest on the chest. Maybe the hands are on the shins or ankles or possibly even the toes. Remembering your breath here. Now take the hands and walk them up the legs. We're gonna come back to crisscross applesauce. We're gonna inhale the hands up and over the head. Exhaling the right hand down to the mat. Reaching up and over. Inhaling the hands up. Exhaling the left hand down, right hand up and over. Inhaling up. Exhaling, go down. Reach it up and over. One more time up. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling the hands up, letting them touch. Now it's time for a twist. Take the right hand and bring it behind you. And take the left hand and bring it to the right knee. Inhale, reaching the crown of your head toward the sky. Exhaling the belly button to the right. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling the shoulders to the right. Inhaling, creating space in between each of the vertebrae. Exhaling, one last twist, maybe looking over at that right shoulder. Inhaling up. Exhaling, unwinding the body to look forward. Inhale the hands up and over. Exhaling the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you. Inhaling the crown toward the sky. Exhaling the belly button to the left. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, twisting the shoulders to the left. Inhaling, lengthening the vertebrae, creating some space in between there. Exhaling, one last twist, maybe looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling up, exhaling, unwinding back to the front. Alrighty, we're going to find ourselves on our belly next, okay? We're going to do a little upper back stretch. So let's bring the chin to the ground and the hands to the outside of the mat. And we're going to just bring our fingertips to the ground. Elbows are facing the sky. The tops of the feet are pressing into the mat to activate the upper thighs. Inhale, push your hands into the outside of the mat and lift the chest and the chin. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the chest and the chin. Looking forward, just forward, not up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. So now we're gonna do a twist. Let's extend the right arm out to a T. The left hand is underneath the left shoulder. The right ear is on the mat. Bend the left leg so the sole of the left foot faces the sky. We're going to push into this left hand and roll over onto our right hip. This is a right shoulder opener. And the left knee comes up and we'll find our left foot behind our right thigh. And our right shoulder is getting a nice opener. Our left hip is getting a nice opener. Remember, the right ear is on the ground. So it's a shoulder opener, spinal twist, and hip opener all at the same time. So I'm going to be quiet so you can breathe in all of these joints that are opening up. Alrighty, now let's come back to our belly. And we're gonna bring the right hand under the right shoulder and the left, maybe you wanna scoot the body over to the right side of the mat. And the left hand is extended out. Bring the left ear to the mat. Right foot comes up. Push into the right hand and bring the right knee up toward the sky. And the right foot is behind the left thigh. Breathe. Alrighty, bring the belly back down to the mat. Bring the left arm in. Push into the mat. We're gonna come to child's pose for a minute. You can have your knees and open or close child's pose. Let's reset here for a few breath cycles. Alrighty, let's come through tabletop. Swing the legs around. And then we're gonna recline to lay down on our back. We're gonna lengthen both legs. And then bring the right foot up so it is perpendicular to the left leg. And wrap the hands behind the right thigh. Maybe walk the legs up to the right calf. And open up the back of that right hamstring. Now we're about to open up that right hip. If you have a strap, you can wrap it around your right toes. If not, you can just open up that right leg and think about your arm being a kickstand. And maybe extend the left hand out. So the right foot is out and the left arm is out. That gives you a little counterbalance. We're looking straight up. If you have a lot of flexibility, maybe grab that right big toe and open up the leg that way. And each side is different. And to make sure both hips are on the ground, you can also bring your left hand to the top of that left hip to help make sure you don't weigh yourself over and you're not putting too much pressure in there because you want both glutes on the ground. Go ahead and bring that right leg up. And now what we're gonna do is, if the right leg is at 12 o'clock, we want to think about bringing it backwards to like 11 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock. This is going to open up the outside of that right leg. You can feel it from the top of the calf coming all the way down the right outer edge of the thigh. All right, bring that leg back up, bend the right knee, and step it down to the mat. Now let's lengthen the left leg. Thread the hands behind the left thigh and pull that leg in, opening up the back of the left hamstring. So now open up the left leg. Maybe use the kickstand approach. I'm gonna scoot over to the right side of my mat because I'm too close to the wall. And I have the kickstand going on with this left leg. All right, bring that leg up. Now it's time to bring the foot over to like 1 o'clock. I should have told you this on the other leg. If you need some extra assistance, go ahead and bend the right leg. I need assistance on this leg. So now the foot is like at 1 o'clock. Maybe some of you have more flexibility, can go to 2 o'clock. But we want that outer edge of the left leg to get stretched here. And the foot is more flexed than pointed. When you try to flex and point and feel the relief that you get when you point, but we want to flex here so we can have that whole outer edge engaged. All right, bring the leg back up to 12 o'clock and step down. And so now it's time to we're gonna do our recline pigeon, which is figure 4. So we'll bring the right foot over the left leg. Take the right hand and open up that right knee. Now maybe you lift the left foot, thread the hands behind the left thigh. Flex both feet hard. Release the hands, let the left foot come to the mat. Cross the legs like you're sitting on the couch. Let those knees fall to the left. And we're going to reach down and try to grab the left foot. And look back over the right shoulder. If you can't reach that leg, it's still fine to just have the supine twist. But this is a good way to get an extra thigh, front of the thigh stretched, the quad. Go ahead and release the foot if you're holding it. Bring those knees back to the center and uncross them. Scoot the body over to the left side of the mat. Lift the left foot and bring it on top of the right knee. Take the left hand and open up the right knee. Remembering to breathe. So now let's lift the right foot, thread the hands behind the right thigh. Let go of the hands. Let the right foot fall to the ground. Cross the legs. Let the knees fall to the right. Look back for the left, over the left shoulder. Maybe bend that right foot and grab the right foot with the left hand. Go ahead and let go of the left foot if you're holding it. Bring those knees back to the center. We're coming to the second to last pose of the night. Let's bring the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling and have the hands behind the thighs. That's option one. Option two is to reach up, grab the outer edges of the feet. Option three is to take your peace fingers, that's the index and the middle finger, and pull them by, pull the big toes by those peace fingers. And release the legs and extend the legs down to the length of the mat. Open up the feet to the width of the mat. Take up all the room on your mat. This is your mat, your world, your practice. Think about where your heels are melting into the mat. Notice the backs of the calves engaging on the mat. Feel the glutes resting on the mat. Kind of press the lower lumbar back into the mat. That might be relaxing the glute muscles a little more. Notice where the back of the shoulder blades meet the mat. Open up the collarbones. Feel the backs of the triceps on the mat. The forearms on the mat. Relax your fingertips. Think about lengthening the neck. Roll your head from side to side just a few degrees. That's the base of your skull in contact with the earth. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheekbones. Relax the eyes. Relax that space in between the eyebrows. Relax the forehead. Relax the crown of your head. This is your Shavasana. And bring those feet in close to each other. Point the toes. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. Reach the fingertips toward one side of the room and the toes toward the other. Exhale, relax the body. Inhale, reach and point. Exhale, relax. Inhale, Reach and point. Exhale, relax. Roll over to the right side, your right side, and find your fetal pose. Your knees are bent, your right ear is resting on your right bicep. The left hand is in front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press into the mat and let's come into our easy seat. All righty. So we're going to practice a 3-part breath. We'll inhale, first the belly, then the ribs, then the chest. So first let's practice inhaling, the belly expands. Exhaling, the belly contracts. Inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, the belly button comes toward the spine on the exhale. Inhale, the belly expands. The ribs expand. Exhale, the ribs contract. The belly contracts. Inhale, expand the belly. Expand the ribs. Exhale, contract the ribs. Contract the belly. Let's add on. Inhale, expand the belly. Expand the ribs. Expand the chest. Exhale, contract the chest, the ribs, the belly. Inhale the belly, the chest, the ribs, backwards. Exhale the chest, the ribs, the belly. Inhale the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale the chest, the ribs, the belly. All right. Lower your gaze. It's time to do our affirmations. So what we do is we open the arms out on a T on the inhale, and we exhale, wrapping the hands around our chest and repeat the affirmation. All right. So the first one is inhaling the arms open. Exhaling the arms closed and say, I am perfect as I am. Inhaling the arms open. Exhaling the arms closed and say, I am wonderfully made. Inhaling the arms open. Exhaling the arms closed and say, I am beautiful. Now bring those hands in front of the chest and tell your body, thank you for supporting you through this practice. Tell the breath, thank you for filling the body with energy. And tell the mind, thank you for resting during this practice. I thank each of you for joining me and allowing me to lead you through this practice tonight. Namaste and amen.
Great. Thanks, Michelle. Namaste.
Namaste.
So, so for water.